26 years have passed since the great dragon Smaug was defeated at the Mountain of Erebor by a company of dwarves led by King Thora and Oakenshield, and a burglar robber whose name has escaped the pages of history books. His loyal cousin Dane now rules over the once again bustling city under the mountain, but the dwarves of Durin's folk have established a thriving revival of their culture. Lake Town has been rebuilt to greater glory than it has ever known, and Bard the Bowman has ruled the human city of Dale ever since he slayed Smaug all those years ago. The Shire is much the same as it ever was. Children playing, butterflies fluttering, ale tankards thumping, and more food from their bountiful harvest than the small folk can eat. Tension still persists between the elf factions across Eriador, but the Wood Elves of Lothlorien have found quiet peace and prosperity, shutting themselves off from the world, ruled by Lady Galadriel and Lord Celeborn. Men, dwarves, and hobbits have found a strong partnership in their trade, and the three races have found lasting coexistence, choosing to travel together, befriend one another, and share in each other's revelry. All said, it is a time of great peace and simple satisfaction in Middle-earth. But as seems to be the way of things, in the bright light of peace, it seems a shadow of war must grow. A horror has appeared in the dark reaches of the Blue Mountains to the west, and the high elves of Aradlune whisper about it fleetingly while away from the raised ears of children. So great is this threat, that the great leader of wizards, Lord Sauron the White, still decades away from his descent into the shadow, has called a multicultural coalition of hobbits, men, dwarves, rangers, and elves to investigate the growing shadow. Our adventurers met with the wise-cracking fireworks fiend Gandalf the Grey in the Shire, and set off towards the town of Bree on their way north to an ancient hold built into a hill, called the Star of the Mist. Gandalf has heard tale of a wraith that haunts its halls, and through that wraith, the nameless thing in the west spreads its shadow slowly eastward. It was then that our party was formed. Our ranger, a treasure hunter from the northern moors seeking fortune and fame, an adventurer who does not seem to grasp the severity of her task, Moonleaf, the avaricious. Our human, a disgraced former medical student who claims she doesn't want to take over the family pony business, but talks about almost nothing but ponies. Ponyma, the besmirched. Our hobbit, a beloved purveyor of the finest pipeweed in Middle-earth or your money back. Reginard Hornblower, the dank. Our dwarf, a grumpy but steady as a rock fighter who hates nothing more than corruption. That is, except her own party members. Thora, the annoyed. And finally, our elf, an aristocrat heiress who claims she does not need daddy's money and has set out on an adventure to prove it, yet has brought along a manservant named Edgard to use as a human footstool. Ellaria, the vapid. Together, these brave heroes form the Fellowship of the Donkey Cheese. Hey guys, this is Nirav. Just to let you know so you don't get confused, we did have a previous session before this recorded one. However, most of it was us learning the rules of the game, as well as figuring out what our characters could do and kind of figuring out who our characters were, and just kind of getting the quest. So we didn't really think worth it to use that one as an episode. But now that we have got all that stuff straightened out, think of that as like a session 0. This is the beginning of the story, and pretty much all that's happened so far is that our party has made its way to the next town over from where they started, and that's basically where we stopped. Also, I've done my absolute best to keep everything canon to the world of Lord of the Rings. This story does take place between the events of The Hobbit and the War of the Ring, depicted in the Lord of the Rings trilogy, and I have spent many dozens of hours on the Lord of the Rings wiki to try and do that, but things are going to be wrong here and there. That's just kind of how it goes. So, yeah, with all that disclaimer out of the way, please enjoy. Did one of you take notes on what was going on last time?
Kinda.
Yeah.
I'm glad that Meagen corrected me. My notes potentially are very inaccurate, but I did update it, so
we're not killing the dwarves.
Finding out what happened to the dwarves and then killing the wraiths.
Yes.
Did you have it set up to kill the dwarves?
I wrote down kill the dwarves, and Meagen looked over and she was like, why did you say kill the dwarves? I was like, I don't know.
I know there's a loud noise in the town square, and
Ellaria.
the rich, snotty elf who has no battle experience
Commotion
was the first one to run out to the battle.
It was a commotion.
Now you know commotions are bad things. They're not.
I thought it was like maybe those little
party poppers.
party.
Alright, so I'll do I do want us to go around and everyone introduce your character again. If you remember your own fucking character's name.
It's in D&D Beyond.
Well, yeah.
I need to pull up the.
Does everyone have their sheets pulled up?
I remember I'm wealthy.
I had a whole backstory and
It's somewhere.
That is how characters.
You kind of you had a pony thing going on, but also a leech thing going on.
I forgot my leech.
Sister of Ponyma.
Yeah, Ponyma, daughter
of Ponyma.
Yeah.
You didn't bring your
Oh yeah, your leech.
I technically think that jar of dirt is still in my car, but it's been rolling around.
Don't worry about it.
Jar of dirt now.
It's like a rubber slug, right?
Yeah.
You had so many at your house. I was like, why does Meagen have a whole bowl full of rubber slugs?
Because it came in a 20-pack, so I need to bring those.
Honestly, it's a great conversation starter. I would keep the bowl of rubber slugs in the house.
They are, so they're just sitting in a bowl on the counter.
I know, I was just staring at them, I was like, why?
Do you get trick-or-treaters at your house?
No, we don't.
Man,
That would be a
be
good
so
trick-or-treat
funny.
idea.
Slugs and so candy. That's how to get your house.
Right, you have one bag that says trick and one bag that says treat, and treat is the candy, and trick
Slugs.
is just
The
rubber
slugs.
Trick question. They're both full of slugs. Okay, so welcome. I am Nirav, and I'm going to be DMing this session of the Lord of the Rings Roleplaying, which is a module for using some of the D&D 5e system for exploring the world of Middle Earth. Ooh. We'll go ahead and just everyone go around in a circle and state your character's name and what quick backstory about them, just to familiarize and enunciate. Vandana, we'll start with you. You're the loudest.
Okay. I am Moonleaf, the ranger. I spend most of my life on the western border of the Misty Mountains, and I'm a ranger, but the ranger life was never what I really wanted. But
the ranger life chose you.
Yeah, and I'm sworn to protect people from harm, but that doesn't allow me much time for thrill seeking, honestly. So now that I'm in my mid-20s. I want to, spend some time and travel and, just see what's out there.
Is this your version of backpacking around Europe?
Yes, I'm in my Eat, Pray, Love era.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like you're introducing yourself in a reality dating show.
Maybe that's what this is going to turn into as well.
That would be unsurprising, frankly.
Inspiring influencer.
What was your character's name again? Moonleaf?
Moonleaf.
Okay, and you, alright, so then, Meagen.
So, I am Ponyma, daughter of Ponyma, daughter of Ponyla.
Cool.
My family has a long history of raising and tending the ponies of Bree. We're cousins of the Butterburs and supply ponies to the famous prancing pony of Bree. I wanted to use my knowledge of horse medicine and tend to humans, and briefly went to medical school, but there was a disagreement about my ideas about leech medicine, and I no longer attend. Then,
What was the name of the school?
The Gandalf School of Healing.
Yeah?
Yeah.
The Gandalf School of Healing.
Yeah.
He made a huge contribution to the
And then I was chosen to travel with a dwarven company to tend the ponies, and from there I got a love of adventure and wanted to see the world outside of Bree. So I was super excited when I was chosen for this quest. And
Yeah, okay. Cool.
I brought my leeches.
Yes. So you do have two separate things going on with the ponies and the leeches.
Ponies and leeches, that's my deal.
Cool. Alright, Aarti.
Okay. My name is Ellaria Velvari. I'm the captain of ships for the Harlingen elves. And I am adventuring to prove my father wrong because I'm trying to prove my father wrong that I am an independent woman and I am come from series of centuries of generational wealth. And I have a steward, Edgar, and he rides my dragon.
Wait, is it Edgar? Was that his name?
It's Edgar.
Edgard?
I think it was Edgar.
Okay.
That's a very good, Mom.
That's right.
Your footstool.
Yeah, he's like on the ground. Okay, very good. Very good, Mom. Sorry. Okay. Joe, hit us.
I am playing Reginard Hornblower.
Yes, I remember now.
Yeah, you are.
I can't believe you all.
Hornblower. I barely know her.
Inappropriate. Well, having recently descended from Tobald Hornblower, who first cultivated pipeweed in Lord of the Rings,
which we learned is a real character.
Real character, as is the last name Hornblower. As is also the first name Reginard. These are all real names. So
Joe wants it on the record. He's read the Silmarillion.
I've read the wiki. And having lived on his family's farm, which has been passed down through Hornblower generations past, he is an aficionado in the pipeweed game, cultivating it for years, and has lived in the Shire. And having recently turned 33, the coming of age for hobbits, is when our predicament has arose, with dangers and troubles, when Gamwise Samji decided to call the council to discuss this great evil lurking in the Blue Mountains, at which point Reginard Hornblower decided to get involved because, he has to protect the pipeweed.
All right, great. And Rachel?
I am playing Thora Stonehammer, dwarf champion, born and raised in Moria. She was basically one of the guards. She has a lot of experience killing goblin and orcs that were trying to raid Moria for its riches. But there was legends and whispers about a tale of a shadow that was growing ever near, growing larger. And so once that became a threat, Thora stepped forward to be the representative to head to the summit and figure out what's going on. I am a strike first, ask questions later kind of person. Pretty no nonsense. And there to represent my people well and get to the bottom of the shadow.
Okay, great. So yeah, I'll have described kind of the premise of this story, but do y'all remember kind of vaguely that you learned about the first landmark that you were going to explore, the Star of the Mist, which is up to the north, and you guys were headed that way. You've stopped in the town of Bree. If listeners remember, that is where the hobbits met Aragorn at a tavern there in Bree, the Prancing Pony. So you guys are actually staying with Ponyma's family, is that right?
Yes.
Not staying with them, but you visited for lunch, I believe.
And they gave us ponies.
They gave you ponies, yes. Not to eat, but to ride.
Yes. Important distinction.
It is important.
Does that happen often? Ponies to eat?
In this world, I don't know. Maybe. You do what you gotta do.
Yeah. Rations.
Yeah. So, but luckily no one had to eat any ponies. And so the last thing that happened is you guys were kind of finishing up lunch, and then there was a commotion in the town square of Bree, just down the street from where you are. And Ellaria thought it was a party. I'm kind of confused on what transpired, but anyway, she thought that I said there was a commotion going on, and she said, "Oh, like a festival," and then ran over there and has found that there are 2 goblins in the town square that are attacking people.
I think there were 3 goblins.
There were 3 goblins. Let me add one. Thank you.
I don't know. My notes are not reliable. I'm an honest person. What can I say?
You forgot to assign homework last week, too.
So, regardless, Aarti, you've run down the street and you found yourself surrounded by 2 goblins. There is a person, a civilian you don't know, dead on the ground in front of you, blood pooling out of a slit in their neck. Goblin's axe is bloody, and they are both looking at you. So, we are actually going to start this sort of in media res almost, which is in the middle of the action. So, we're going to start with these. I only have 2 goblins on here, so I'm just going to keep them like that, just as I had planned. But so you're going to be there first. The rest of you have heard this commotion and are back at the house and don't quite know what's going on. But if you would like to use your turn on your first turn to like run outside and see what's happening, and then you can of course do that. So as we have talked about, there is a lot of this is a lot more of like a, I don't want to say realistic. It's closer to there's less bullet sponge-y stuff going on in this game, meaning that like if you get hit in the chest with an axe, it's not going to heal when you go to sleep.
Okay.
So just keep that in mind.
Okay.
Yeah. It has to be like treated and have time to heal and everything. So just.
But we have Ponyma's leeches.
You're right. You do. You know.
That's the perfect
fuck
thing
me
to
up.
do.
Lots of leeches on there.
I'm sorry I doubted you. All right, so I've got a thing here that'll let me auto-roll initiative for everyone. Is that okay, or do you want me to everyone do it
Yeah,
themselves?
That's fine.
I don't know, Joe, you seem like somebody who needs to roll your own initiative.
Goddamn right. Same initiative rules.
Yep, we are starting combat here, so I'm going to roll that, and I'll just replace whatever you get here.
11.
11, okay. Okay.
Digital dice suck.
Yeah, this is an advertisement for real dice.
It's actually an advertisement for Dungeons and Daddy's metal dice.
Yes, that's true.
Listen to a better podcast than ours.
This is really just to direct you to better podcasts. All right. So one of the goblins is up first, and this one, his name, I don't know, you don't know it because he hasn't said yet, but it's a good.
What's your name?
It's a good goblin name though.
What's your name?
Hey, how you doing?
I've settled on an accent. It's higher pitched
his
than my
Gob.
normal voice.
What?
I can't do Irish.
Gob?
Go the goblin.
Why are you saying that?
Go.
Gob?
Go.
Hey, goblin these nuts.
Oh my god.
Shut up.
Okay, you've enraged them. Okay, so just to give you a picture of the space, you're basically just out of a street into like a large plaza area where the market normally is. So you are surrounded on one side on your right, Ellaria, by a goblin, and one on your left by a goblin. So this first goblin is
Edgar.
Edgard. You know what? That's a great question, and I think he would have had to run after you.
Last time
Now,
I
as we
wrote
dis-
down that they were back to back.
Oh, you're right. Yeah. Sorry, they were like doing like a cool back-to-back shot with the camera like panning around them. Okay, so as I discussed earlier, though, Edgar does not have any combat abilities. So
He's a meat shield.
yeah, I mean,
With a shovel.
there's like I would say
you
a
lose Edgar like right at the beginning, Rachel's character would love it.
yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I would
So-
actually.
I would say there's like a 65% chance that he's gonna die, like diving in front of an attack for you. All right.
He's committed though.
So the first, the goblin on your right is going to turn toward you and say something in Goblin to you, which I think you may not understand.
Oh.
Would there be any reason you would know the Goblin language?
I am from a wealthy home. In
Okay, so no.
I'm rich.
I'm rich. Okay, so it is going to turn. It is
Edgar speak goblin?
interesting. I'm gonna roll a dice to find out. Since there is almost no reason that he would.
I mean, if he's like a wealthy, like, consort, butler guy.
Consort? Is that what's happening?
Y'all fuck?
I hope not. We got this tiny
Jeez.
guy.
He's not tiny.
You don't have
He's
to.
the same size as you.
Wait, why did you?
No, what are you talking
For
about?
reference,
How would
her hands are about a foot apart.
Yeah, thank you.
Which is smaller than any hobbit or any creature.
Okay, so you thought this whole time he was a foot tall.
I'm bigger than a foot, like 3 feet tall.
Okay, he's an elf, so he's gonna be like
Picturing the
like
goblin,
5 to 7 feet.
How
somewhere.
tall am I?
That same, you're somewhere between 5 and 7
Okay,
feet.
so he's my height. I got it.
Yeah. So I think he's just a butler with like a mustache. I think he's
A mustache. I was not picturing.
So he lives to serve.
He lives to
and
serve,
He
yeah.
might know all the things that.
All right. I'm gonna roll this dice, and I'm
I'm.
gonna say if it's a
Maybe a
17 or
goblin
higher, then
sentence.
he does know the goblin
Okay,
language.
sweet. Come on.
Nope, that's 5. All right. So yeah, he says, "Didn't understand a word, Mum." Are you sure you're not banging this guy?
You can decide what you're doing.
Yeah, that's true.
You
You
don't
can
have to say
think about it.
You don't have to say I
He
hope
says
not.
you can punish me later.
All right.
I'll think about it. It's a secret.
All right, so it is going to first attack you with its knife. It's going to turn around and jab towards you, Ellaria. So it's going to roll here. Let's see. That is a 7. Okay, that turns into an 11. What is your armor class? AC should be up
like
near
in
the
the
top of the
center.
sheet. Yep, it's like in a shield.
Over here, armor class, right here.
11.
It is 11. Okay, so meets it, beats it. So you dodge out of the way a little bit, but he does still get a little bit of a stab in there with that knife. Okay, and that's going to do 6 damage. Wow. It's like half your health, probably.
What?
Wait,
How many
wait,
hit
my
points do you
health?
have?
How many health?
Yeah.
Hit points.
How many
at the
hit
top
points?
Right?
Oh, yeah.
Hit points. 10. 10.
Oh,
Okay, so
shit.
you've got 4 now. So keep track of that.
Ouch.
You wanted 3 goblins, right? You wanted more?
No. Two are good.
2's good?
2's good.
4.
Yep. So yeah, that the knife has actually like gone into your side a little bit. And now it's not a fatal blow, obviously, but you get a sense that maybe you should get out of here. Now, I will say that you'll also probably notice that they seem pretty inexperienced. They're not like trained warriors or whatever.
I'm a trained warrior.
No, you're
Are
not.
you?
No.
I'm trained.
You've got 4 hit points. You and your 4 hit points left. You need to think about it.
Yeah. Okay, Thora, you're up next.
All right.
So I'm gonna say that if you were to use your entire movement, actually, what is your movement speed?
My movement is 25 feet.
Okay, so I'm gonna say if you use that entire thing, you can be right up at the action, basically.
All right, let's do that.
All right. So, Ellaria, you're kind of standing there. You've just been stabbed in the side with like a jagged, rusty knife. You probably have tetanus now. And
Leeches, it's okay.
we'll just leech it out later.
Suck
It's
it
not
out.
worth it.
Yeah, does a dirty
It's gone.
20 hit?
The dirty 20 will certainly hit. So what are you attacking with?
My battle axe.
Okay, great. So yeah, you run up, you pull out the battle axe as you see what's going on.
That's
you see
4
there are
damage.
goblins. You've definitely fought a lot of goblins before. What are you laughing at? Like,
I'm ahead of you.
What?
You're like describing this, and I'm like, does a 4 hit? Does a blah blah blah?
Yeah. Okay, fine. How much damage was it?
That was only 4.
Okay, I'm trying to paint a picture here.
I'm sorry. You're right. You're right. I should have been ahead of you.
So you run forward and you kind of like swing the back of your axe right into the back of this goblin that has just stabbed Ellaria.
Yeah.
So that goblin is going to take 4 damage from you and looks not super great. Looks like it is bleeding and having trouble standing up.
Yeah, I would imagine that an axe to the head would do that.
It's axe to the back.
Okay.
The back is below the head.
Okay. Well, anywhere you get axe, really.
That's true. All right. Reginard, you're up. So again, if you want to use your whole movement, you can enter the fray, or you could stay where you are back down the street if you have a ranged attack or whatever.
I will run into the fray and help out the rich lady, Ellaria.
Okay. Are you going to attack the goblin that's already been damaged, or the one that hasn't been hurt
The
yet?
one that has been damaged.
That has been damaged?
Yes.
Okay. All right. What do you got?
I do my short sword. I have a 2-weapon fighting,
Okay.
so I'm going to do first my attack with a short sword and then my attack with a dagger.
Okay. Cool. So yeah, you're kind of like running forward. You got a short sword in one hand and a dagger in the other, like ready to fucking party.
17?
17 will hit, yeah.
Five damage.
Ooh, get that satisfying dice sound. All right, so that's 5 damage. What? No?
No.
Why are you shaking your head? No. All right.
It's not a visual medium.
Now the dagger attack.
So those are both on the same guy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe level 1.
Uh-huh.
It's still it's a 21. Or sorry, 20.
That's a 20 to hit?
20. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that'll definitely hit too.
And this does not get bonus. It's a 6 of damage.
Wow, okay. So the other goblin is kind of preoccupied with like what's going on there. It's watching you get stabbed and it's like it is absolutely not paying attention as Reginard runs up behind it and basically like stabs it right through the back with the sword and then cuts its throat open with a dagger from the back, like that. Pretty fucking cool. The goblin is dead.
Well, actually, yeah, I forgot Sorcerer has Vex. God, the new D&D rules are crazy.
Oh.
Vex?
Or are we using
No, this is built off the original 5e. So
okay, this is all okay. So all of these. So the Nick thing does not work here either.
Yeah, I actually haven't even had time to really read through those yet. I just know about the things people complain about on Reddit.
They're busted.
They're busted.
They're good.
Everything.
Okay.
Yeah. They made race species.
That's most of what I've heard people yelling about. All right, Ponyma, it's your turn. Again, if you want to use your full movement to run into the battle here, you can.
I would not.
Okay.
As in, I'm going to kind of flank the party and attack with my short bow. So let's see. Does an 11 hit?
An 11 is going to hit.
Nice. Okay. And I do 6 damage. Did we we didn't kill the one who was damaged, right?
Oh wait, sorry, 11. Sorry, that was your AC. Sorry. Okay, I got confused. 11 is not going to hit. Sorry. Well. But if it makes you feel better, this one's very scared of you. What were you attacking with?
A short bow.
Okay, yeah. I'm gonna say that the arrow flies in and it like does hit the goblin, but like it hits its like leather armor, so it doesn't look like it's actually hurt it. All right. Do you want to move closer or just stay back?
I'm gonna stay back.
Okay, Moonleaf, it is your turn.
All right, I'm also gonna use my short bow.
Okay. Pew pew.
Oh shit.
6.
Yeah, 6 does not hit.
Yeah. So you are going to.
All of them wearing armor?
There's only one left, and it's wearing leather
okay.
armor. Yeah.
So all of them.
So all of them are. You're right. Yeah. Okay. Yes, you fire. That is a. Oh, you roll a 6 to hit.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So you fire the short bow into the audience, and like you you hit. It's like a cartoon. You just hear like somebody in the crowd. You don't even see.
The Wilhelm scream.
Yeah, it's a Wilhelm scream.
Can you
Yeah.
add that in there?
Yeah, sure. All right. Ellaria, it is finally your turn.
Oh my god. Okay. This one? Wait, sorry.
What are you gonna do?
I'm close to them, right?
Yes, you're as close as you could be.
I'll use my longsword, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
So now I roll?
Yes.
Okay. 4.
Yeah, I'm gonna guess that's not gonna make it, no matter what your additional to it is. So you pull out the longsword, but honestly, it's really hard to do because like you've been cut on the side and you're like literally bleeding out, and you're like trying to grab onto the hilt of this sword, and you cannot.
Good look for me.
What do you mean this is not a good look for me?
I look so poor.
My father wrong. This
Yeah,
is
you-
my first battle.
Yeah, you look like a poor right now.
Are you good?
Oh yeah, I'm good. Oh no,
All
you're
right,
fine.
so we're back to the goblin, and it's like really confused about how it's been ganged up on all of a sudden. It definitely thought that there was they were gonna outnumber you guys, and now there's fucking 5 people like firing arrows. Well, there was 1 of you and 2 of them, so that. Well, sorry, Edgard is there, but he's also only like 6 inches tall, right? So
Just gonna get smaller and
Doesn't
smaller.
Edgar,
It's smaller every
hold on.
time.
Doesn't Edgar get to make a move?
No, I was specific that
Only
he's
on you.
He's
Oh
non-combat.
god. Not my elf butler. It's like the equivalent of my pool cleaner.
It's hot though. I've seen videos. It's supposed to be hot.
Does Edgar have abs?
We're gonna roll this d20 to see how many abs he has.
Yes, thank you.
Yes. Oh my god.
18, which is good for an elf. That's
Oh
that's
my god,
doable.
no, 18. That is too much. I'm not sure I like that.
Really? Okay.
Too much.
18 is
Yeah.
a lot.
It's like a pack of Hawaiian rolls.
Okay.
Oh.
All right. So the goblin is like really just weirded out by all of this, but again is like completely taken aback that it's been outnumbered. It is going to turn around and attempt to run away from this fight and leave the gates that it came through into the city.
Pussy.
So yeah, if anyone would like to take a reaction attack of opportunity, you want to go first?
I stab it.
All right.
Okay.
24.
That is certainly going to hit. What did you do to that character?
I roll well. 9 damage.
9 damage,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Wow.
He's...
So yeah, this is with your short sword?
Yeah.
Yeah. So like the goblin like is like and it says something again you don't understand and then turns around and begins to run and it gets about like one step out of the way when you realize its body is sort of like running and falls over and his head has already fallen off. It's laying on the ground behind him.
Damn.
Yeah. It's kind of like an anime thing. You're like and like nobody even like saw it.
I want to go to his body and spit on him.
You can do that.
I'm doing it.
Okay, great. All right, nice work. So yeah, you guys have completed your first encounter here. There's 2 dead goblins on the ground and 1 dead human, who unfortunately you guys weren't here to save in time. But there is a crowd kind of forming around you, and somebody at the front says, "We got some heroes here. Who are you heroes?"
Donkey cheese.
There's final now.
You're both like covered in like blood spatter, and you're like donkey cheese together.
No, both of us are.
Oh yeah, you're right. Both of you are like okay. So you're way back in the alley, and you're shouting donkey cheese.
I'm the one that's covered in blood.
Yeah, that's true.
Reginard
Great.
kind of confusedly looks
Yeah.
back like,
Yeah, you guys are.
we're donkey cheese.
Okay. Well, that's definitely like no going back on that one now.
That's it.
What you got? Like after a few seconds, the Ponyma, your parents run up to see what has happened here, and are asking if everyone's okay and how did these goblins get in here.
We don't know.
Is anyone doing anything like looking at the bodies or anything?
Yeah, I'm gonna kind of poke a little
You want to poke them?
Well, just, investigate.
Okay, you can roll investigation for that.
Give me a poke check.
You want to poke them with a stick and then see if they like they're literally both beheaded. You're like
16.
16, yeah. With that,
How is Ellaria doing? Is she like dying right
she
now?
is dying. Yeah,
So we should probably.
she's not. No, she is bleeding a lot though. If somebody has some kind of way to help her with that,
Maybe some more blood.
there's so
loss.
much blood coming out of you. We got to get this blood out.
Okay, leechcraft. 1d. Wait.
Did we talk about how leeches are magically like healing you now, or wasn't it a thing where we're gonna like roll and you could see if like it like actually is beneficial or
It
damaging?
says, you are skilled. According to ancient traditions in the healing of wounds and sickness, as an action, you can spend a craft slot to tend to a creature within 5 feet of you and make a DC 10 intelligence medicine check. You can spend 1 use of a healer's kit to replace a D20 roll with a 10.
So said that again. You can use 1 use of a healer's kit to replace the D20 with a 10.
That's what it says. If you succeed, the creature gains a number of... Here, I'll send it in. Is there a way
That
to
sounds
make
like the
it
opposite
fall
of what it should say.
Yeah.
And did we get any healer's kits from Gandalf?
We did.
and...
Oh, we did.
You did.
We asked for some.
How many did we
Hey,
get?
did we get one
just got
each?
Because I think
I think
did
you
we
got.
just get
I
one?
believe you got 1 each.
Okay, I need
Okay.
Because I think I have like the
A
ability
healing?
to craft like potions. Or
I have a
Yeah.
healing potion and a healer's kit.
Those are 2
separate
different things, yeah.
So I think we each got 1 of each.
I would, yeah, and I would say the healing potions are a lot harder to come by, and I would hold on to those for
Oh, okay.
worse moments
What
than
is
this.
the difference?
The healer's kit requires you to do some work on it to like use it to heal anybody, and then the potion is just like you can drink it during battle, basically.
Oh, okay.
That's the main thing.
Okay, hold on.
So if you wanted to use a healer's kit right now, you could, but in this game, that is something. What I would suggest instead is getting Ellaria to a healer in town.
We're in town.
You are in the middle of a town.
No, we need to get you to a healer.
I wouldn't waste your resources.
I
is
think
all I'm saying.
Edgar would be like carrying her.
Yeah.
While we're investigating.
Hold on, Bob.
He has 18 abs. He's been carrying her.
How many abs he has? It's like a cornfield in there, man.
I think as we're inspecting the bodies, Edgar already has her. Like, running
I am gonna say that just based on what we've established about this character, he has already like physically picked you up and is running you to a healer in town. We'll come back to you later. With that 16 investigation, you're gonna find a few items on them.
Hell yeah.
There's a few scraps of food, which I don't think you'd want to take necessarily. They are carrying some money, which yep, they have 3 coppers and 7 silvers.
All right, this is all going to me.
Between the two of them. That's all going to you. Is it? Well, okay, so you're open.
Shadow points.
I know, right?
I'm sorry, none of y'all bothered to investigate the body, so...
Okay, well, I want to ask, though, are you trying to be sly about this?
I'm right next to you.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you want everyone to see that you're just taking all the money.
I mean, I might share if they ask politely.
Okay, so do you want to say something as you see her basically pocketing?
What are you doing with all that money?
I'm investigating the bodies.
Are you trying to steal money from the rest of the cheese party?
It's not
The
stealing.
cheese party!
I killed both of these individuals.
I helped.
By standing there menacingly?
I did damage. Were you not paying attention?
I was busy cutting heads off.
Oh well, you know. You want some of these silvers? Is that what it is?
I guess I'm gonna roll a persuasion check. Yeah, I think you should share with the rest of the party.
Okay, so you're rolling a persuasion to get her to share, is the
Yes.
idea? Okay, go for it. What I'm gonna do then...
I mean, all you had to do was ask.
21.
21.
How
Do you want? Are you
wasting all of your 20s?
Are you trying to like resist this course of action you're suggesting? No. Okay.
It's
Okay.
just I was the one investigating. The rest of them are. I don't know what they're doing, but they're not investigating.
She's dying.
Well,
We were waiting for our turn.
Yeah.
She needs to learn a lesson about running first into battle.
Yeah.
So that's what she's doing. Is learning a lesson.
Well, I think that Joe's probably successfully persuaded her to share with
So
everybody.
how much do you want to split these up?
I think we should split it
So
up
just
evenly.
to remember for everyone, there's 10 coppers to a silver, 10 silvers to a gold. So you've basically got like what I said, three coppers and 7 silvers here. So that's like 70. Just think of it as like $73 basically.
Should we start a group fund?
Wait, what was the money again?
3 coppers and 7 silvers.
So
Who's
we
gonna
can
hold
put this
the
in the
group
group fund.
Can we trust
Yeah, who's the treasurer?
her?
I will keep it safe. I'm not gonna steal from the group.
Does everyone like trust her to do that?
I think I should maybe hold on to the money.
No.
You seem like a money guy to me.
She was trying to withhold the money from us.
I was not trying to
Well,
withhold the money. I was investigating the money.
I think when Ellaria comes back, she should hold on to it because she's already rich. She doesn't need a few coppers and silver.
True.
So she's not going to try to steal it.
Okay.
Yeah, is that what we believe about Elon Musk too?
I got the rich
Yeah.
Is that because I don't think that logic holds up as
I'm really-
he's infiltrating our fucking treasury. But yeah, we'll let the rich person hold all the money. That's a great plan.
Now I'm really worried that we're gonna
that
like
is now fair enough.
we're gonna find out like eventually that your dad is Elon Musk of Middle Earth.
Sacrificing
Elfon Musk.
Listen, I am self-sacrificing. I let her leech feed on me because I am just generous.
But didn't you do that because you were stupid, not generous?
No! I did it out of generosity. I was going to feed it. She said he was hungry.
That's true.
Yeah.
Okay, so regardless, have you figured out who's gonna hold the money then? I mean, you can split it up too. Lots of D&D parties just split up the money. every
Let's
time they
split
find it.
the gold. I think that's the best.
How do we split?
You divide it by 5.
73 by 5.
Uh-huh.
It's
Okay,
not
that's fine.
It's not 70.
I was saying, like, think of it as, like,
$73,
$73, basically, because it's, like, yeah.
73 copper.
Where's the money on this?
I mean, like, you're in a city, so I'm not going to be, like, oh, you can't have that much. So just imagine you have 73 coppers.
And
you
we
can
have,
split them up.
5 people in the party?
Yeah.
Okay.
Where's the money on
So
this?
that's
I was about the
14.
dead guy.
Sorry?
Where's the money on this character sheet?
That's a great question. Let me see. I have
No
one up
idea.
here, but it's probably in your... I'm guessing it's in your, like, inventory or whatever.
I don't see it.
It's basically 1 silver
Oh,
and
there it
4
is.
coppers each.
Okay.
And I'm assuming we're going to go to the bank and get that all split up.
Yeah, let's just do that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We don't have to role play that, but you can just say that there's 73 coppers here.
Yeah, it's 1 silver and 4 coppers each.
Okay.
We're adding every.
Okay, so when you go ahead and make note of that, let's see. The other main issue is that there's a dead woman here on the street.
Yeah, I was gonna say I want to go investigate the dead woman.
Okay.
And it's a human?
Yes, it's a human,
Okay.
probably a resident here.
So
In
do
the
I
Shire?
roll investigation?
No, you're in Bree, remember?
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
We're in the cheese town.
I rolled a nat 20
Nat 20.
for
To
investigation.
To investigate,
To
okay.
The human woman.
Yeah, sure. It's a hot human woman.
How hot?
Yeah, you turn the body over and it's Meagen. Not the character, but you met Meagen, the real person.
No, it's whatever that character. Yeah.
What was it? Duck? Was that Duck? Stumble Duck?
Yeah.
Fuck.
It was
Boy.
from our last campaign. Like,
I'm gonna say it is Stumble Duck.
It was
What is
Stumbleduck.
Starduck?
it was her
It was
character in
my,
her last
it's
campaign,
the
and
woman
she like
Stumbleduck turned into.
shapeshifted
Yeah.
into a hot human lady.
Yeah, like she went down to the docks to try to like find information from sailors. So she's like, I turned into a hot human woman.
And then she roleplayed as Stumbleduck, roleplaying as a hot human
Yeah.
lady.
Can you do the voice
It was
again
so
for us? Because it
good.
was so good. It was like,
It's like, hey, sailor.
yeah, it was like she's like being a man imitating a woman's voice.
I'm a hot human lady.
All right. So the woman that's on the ground there, she is certainly dead with that 20 investigation. Are you trying to like rob her? I need to ask this frankly.
Okay. No, I want to see like who she is. Like, is there anything special about her? Is she carrying anything important? Like,
Okay.
Tattoo.
Oh, I've lived in
Yeah,
Britain.
and
I know
Yeah,
life
she's got a
right
fun
now.
tattoo of a dragon.
Okay.
Fun.
It's the girl with the dragon tattoo.
anything important?
Yeah, so
about her.
it looks like once you're looking now, it looks like she was simply carrying a basket of bread, and it looks like some of it was being taken by the goblins.
Damn.
So I don't know, I would say with that nat 20, you would like put together that like, oh, she literally was just like happened to be carrying food. These goblins came in and and just killed her for it and tried to make out with it out of the city.
Make out.
You know what I mean?
With the bread.
Must have been some good bread.
I mean, you know what? I might be willing to die for bread that's so good I'm willing to like make out over it.
Pack of Hawaiian rolls under it.
Yeah. I don't like that.
But
You
my
gotta
parents
be-
and I have lived in Brie our whole lives. I feel like us are
So yeah,
someone in this
it is
crowd.
a basket of Hawaiian rolls. Excuse me.
I feel like us or someone in the crowd would know who this was.
Yeah, the crowd is coming forward as you guys are like looking around. She has some like personal effects on her too. I don't know if you need to like take them or anything, but
I don't think it would.
yeah, I don't want to like be like a.
Are we gonna get shadow points if we do?
Probably.
If you have to ask, then yes.
Alright.
Are you gonna rob this woman who just like died in front of you?
Well, she doesn't need that stuff. What is she gonna do with it?
Okay, see, this is why we should have tagged you in the Discord.
I didn't say I did anything.
Yeah.
You were thinking about it.
Yeah, Thora's like looking over you like, I know you're thinking about it, like don't fucking do this.
How about we go to whoever?
You're dying in the hospital.
Yeah, you've been carted away.
Shut up. Okay, so anyway, yeah, you just find some I guess like I said, just personal effects, like bits and bobs, like, you know, maybe a ring or two, I don't know. If you wanted to try to steal stuff, I'll like I'll pull up like things that she might have. But if you're not going to, then
I'm good.
Okay, are you good?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm just saying she doesn't need it, but like it doesn't mean I'm gonna take it.
All right, yeah. I'm gonna say that this is the point where somebody who looks like a town guardsman shows up, basically, and he's kind of panting and out of breath. He's got like a helmet, a very simple like wooden spear that does not look very like sturdy, kind of like a tall, skinny guy, and he runs over. He's panting, and he's like, "Oh Lord, all right, I'm here. What's up? I see the problem's taking care of itself."
How'd you let these goblins in here?
Goblins!
Goblins!
And he looks down at the ground to see the goblin's head. He's like, "Oh dear." Yeah, well, you see, I was distracted a little bit at the front gate, and my friend, there's two of us always, just in case one person has to go somewhere, looks away. And so he also found something shiny. I heard a noise outside, and I walked out there, and turns out it was goblins.
Shiny thing. So is this other guard a crow?
Or perhaps a dog.
Maybe he's a dog. We're understaffed right now.
He's got a little tiny helmet.
He does, yeah, he does. Yeah, he has a crow on his shoulder who's also wearing a helmet, like a tiny metal helmet. But he says, yes, we're a bit understaffed right now. After COVID, it's all been downhill. Nobody wants to. None of these fucking liberals don't want to work anymore.
Elon Musk defunded the.
Yeah. Sorry, this isn't a safe space. Oh, my God. Sorry, I'm getting some stuff out right now. I've been kind of frustrated with some of the news that's been happening.
You rag on me all the time.
That's true. Oh my God. I don't know what inspired this, like, two or three nights ago. Like, Lindsay said something, and she was like, "No, that was I was like, what is that?" And he's like, "It's a Jordan Peterson quote from Joe's presentation." And I was like, "Why do you remember that?"
For context, I gave a presentation about how much I hate right-wingers, and one of them was Jordan Peterson.
That is correct.
It was not about how...
It's not about how cool they are.
Yes.
Was that the lobster guy? Or...
Yes.
Okay.
Mark this taking over the world. He sounds like Canadian Kermit the Frog, and I can't legally say that, but yeah. Let's just say him being alive is a problem.
Yeah, it's like I think you can like wish misfortune upon him as long as you're not threatening to do it yourself.
I wish he hadn't returned from that Russian detox experiment.
Yes. Okay, so while you guys are talking about all this, the guard is like, "Well, we don't usually have goblins." What?
They were talking about Jordan Peterson, like
the Marxist goblins are trying to invade our town.
Maybe you should play the
lobsters.
Everything I've learned about any of these people has been against my will.
That's fair.
The hierarchical nature of the goblins.
It's an innate hierarchy. Okay, so anyway, he says, I can't even remember what he fucking sounds like anymore. Thank you for saving us.
He's Jordan Peterson.
Yeah. Thanks for saving us.
Oh God!
And the crow's like, he says, you brave. I can't remember his voice again. Kermit the Frog. He's a British Kermit the Frog. Kermit the Frog. I'm having a seizure right now.
What is happening?
I think I might actually be having a stroke. Okay.
His eyes bulging. It's
his eyes are coming out of his head.
Steam coming out of his ears.
Oh my God, the shadow is overtaking him. No, but he says, we haven't seen goblins this far south in a long time. Maybe not even when I've been alive. Jeez. Thanks for saving us, Donkey. Was it pig cheese? Or... Donkey cheese.
Right.
That's what I thought you said. Okay. I wasn't 100% sure. And then the crow's like, donkey cheese!
It's the most rare and delicious form of cheese.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Well,
like cheese
it's definitely the most rare form. I don't know if we confirmed it's delicious.
It is.
Yeah, remember my dad served it to us, and I was like, see, he makes cheese.
Yeah.
You're right. And sorry, this is in the fiction of the game. Megan's dad in real life didn't serve us donkey cheese.
Not my actual father made donkey cheese.
So anyway, the guards kind of like start to appear from all over town, and they're kind of arguing about how goblins got in the first place. And eventually, after a few minutes, someone steps forward and looks to be a man who's looks pretty plain clothed, not fancied up or anything. And he says, I was wondering if I could speak to all of you. I'm the mayor of Bree.
Well, of course, Mr. Mayor.
Sure.
Thank you. I want to say first, I appreciate everything you've done for this city. As you can see, our guards are severely understaffed and wildly incompetent. But
That does seem to be a problem.
yes.
They said they were understaffed.
Yeah.
They blame the liberals.
Well, isn't that a reflection on your mayorship?
Yeah.
I suppose it's a reflection on our fund distributions, which, of course, is
Have you
partially under my
considered,
purview.
maybe putting tariffs on a neighboring town? I think I'm stuck in the Jordan Peterson voice. I'm sorry.
Is that the new...
Have you considered putting tariffs on a neighboring town?
I think that has to be the voice for this
It's all
character.
the Southerners who have
I'm
been
making it a
doing
switch
it.
now.
Okay.
I was looking up donkey cheese to like buy for one of her sessions, and it's too expensive. It's like $270 for like this much.
For that much?
Yeah, look at it. Hold on. Look at it. It's not that much.
That's nothing.
That's nothing.
Let me see.
But it's a delicacy.
Hold on, sorry, is that like donkey lotion and stuff next to it?
Yes, it's products made with donkey milk. So you can get the donkey milk is cheaper, but I don't think y'all want me to bring donkey milk.
Donkey milk.
I think
I'll
you
try
want the
some
cheese
donkey milk.
product.
Donkey cheese is the world's most expensive cheese.
Wasn't it?
How much does human cheese
Oh no,
cost?
actually, yeah.
Okay, that's
move over
disgusting.
donkey cheese.
Okay.
It's
No, but like
the
for it to
world's
be,
most
that must be
expensive.
more expensive than donkey cheese.
No
Joe's
one's-
asked how much human cheese costs. If anyone has any ideas.
Like, you're saying that donkey cheese
Like-
is the most expensive. I'm
No
thinking,
one. I'm not gonna say no one. You shouldn't be out there making
You shouldn't be.
milk
Yes.
from human breast milk. That's
There's
kind of
a lot
weird.
of women out there. I mean, I'm sure
There's
somebody's-
probably somebody.
Somebody's
There's probably
made
somebody.
cheese from human milk, but I don't think you're allowed to sell it. So
Yes.
that means that you cannot
Pretty
say
sure you
it's
can.
more
Under the
expensive.
table,
well,
you can do
under
anything.
RFK Jr.'s leadership, we can.
That's true. It'll be mandatory under his leadership.
I mean,
Only
I
if
don't-
it's
I don't like where this is
unpasteurized,
going.
You know.
I'm
Yeah.
just thinking
Yeah.
about Sweeney Todd. You know what he did.
Yeah, but like...
Yeah, this is... You're talking about a Sweeney Todd variant who milks women and then turns a breast milk into cheese and sells it to people saying that it's like cow's cheese.
No,
Yeah,
but
like that could be a romance novel.
Sweeney Todd did it because
Milk me,
human
daddy.
meat was cheaper and easier to access than animal meat. Donkey cheese is like more expensive
Okay,
and more
Mayor?
rare, so...
Yeah.
No, we're
Okay.
talking about lady meat.
Sorry, Mayor.
Yeah. Okay.
Even lady
There will be
cheese.
no more talk of milking here.
No talk of lady cheese?
Oh, that's just an unpleasant phrase, isn't it?
I want the record to reflect that Vandana said she really wants some donkey milk.
I said I would be willing to try it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Would you guys not even try a sip?
The mayor says,
mean-
I think I may have misread exactly what your party's involvement in this is. I was thinking maybe we have the heroes we've been waiting for have arrived.
No, well, I decapitated 2 of these goblins here.
Like, in my head, the character is now just Kermit the Frog.
No, so for me, it's it's Hobbit Jordan Peterson, but also a hero. It's a very weird image
Yeah,
I'm going for.
Definitely. Okay. He's okay. So the mayor says, "There's is there anything I can do to assist you on?" I assume that you're not stopping by on just for pleasure. There's perhaps business here. As a little thank you for helping our town.
I've lived in Bree my whole life.
Sidebar was we were on our way to which mountain was it again?
I'll pull up the map, but it's to the north of Bree. Let me see.
Sidebar on what the catch up of what we
website
were
for
doing
donkey
here.
cheese and
Jesus Christ.
exclusive cheese nuggets.
So we were stopping through town just because we had...
Cheese nuggets are great.
Hold on, they're stuck on cheese nuggets.
Exclusive cheese nuggets.
Could we be donkey cheese nuggets?
Yes. I vote for a name change.
Oh my god, donkey cheese nuggets!
We're the nuggets.
So,
Bring it to us.
Fornost is the town that is nearby, the abandoned town that was nearby. The mountain is called the Star of the Mist.
Okay, Fornos was where...
That was
where-
there was an
Donkey.
guys.
Sorry.
Fornost is an abandoned human town that used to be there near the Star of the Mist. However, once it started to be haunted by the Wraith, people abandoned the town. So it's like currently abandoned-ish.
Gotcha.
People are trying to rebuild it from Bree here, so there might be some people to help you out there, but it's not like a fully functioning town.
And our task was to investigate the wraiths and then report back.
So what Gandalf was telling you was that if you are able to kill this Wraith that is possessing the Star of the Mist, it will weaken the shadow and draw it out of hiding.
And we had to find some dwarves.
Yeah.
So
Just to actually be
we're
clear
gonna
on
kill
the... sorry?
We're here to kill a wraith.
Yep, that's task 1. So just to be clear, like, about how the structure of this is, which we may have talked about last time, but there are these things called landmarks. So the Star of the Mist is the first landmark, but there's going to be 3 landmarks that like take place over the campaign, ending with, of course, like a fight with this creature, the nameless thing. And then between each of those things, between each of the landmarks, there will be like a council. There will be you guys like resting, and it actually will be several years of time between each of these adventures. So the campaign itself like will take place over the course of like maybe a decade or something. But so this landmark is kind of like your first adventure together, and then like there will be like downtime, and your characters will level up like a lot kind of during that downtime, basically like off doing quests, and it's like another thing has arisen here or whatever, you know. So there will be 3 of the Star of the Mist is one landmark, which it's a pretty massive one, so like it could take up I have no idea, like even like 2 or 3 sessions to go through that. We'll see. I don't know what the speed of this is going to be, frankly. So
You'd send us a map. At some
So it's
point.
only going to take us 3 sessions to get to the first landmark.
probably.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, Mr. Bear, we were just on our way to, we were going to go to Fornost, try to investigate the wraith population and haunting, and we have our friend has some family here, so we stopped by, and fortunately we did.
You're the daughter of Ponyma, is that right?
Daughter of Ponyma, indeed. I am Ponyma.
Yes, you're the one who went off to the Gandalf School for Medicine or whatever.
I did.
And you've graduated.
I am done there.
Can you, I know you're trying to be deceptive, so I'll like roll a deception. If you get like a 10, I'll let you have that because it's not
Okay.
you're working around it a little.
I mean, I said I was done with my time
Yeah.
there. Let me
It's
find
not
it.
necessarily deception, is it?
Well, that's what I'm setting the bar kind of low. So like if you get a 10 or higher, like he'll
Oh, shit.
no yeah. He gets the meaning, which is that you did not complete your graduation there. And he says, well, I hope there's something we can do to assist you on your way to Fornos. Now, does this have any... You must know about the Wraith, yes?
Yes.
At the Star of the Mist. It's been there for... It must be 4 or 5 years now. And it hasn't been until recently that it's been making... making things bad for people outside. How do I say this? It's we've had many warriors go up there to try to fight it, and none of them have even reached the Wraith. We've had reports that they're being killed simply by the goblins that reside in the mountain.
They must be some powerful goblins.
There are a lot of them. It's not about the power, it's about the number. So I would be prepared to perhaps sneak into the mountain. If you were to face the goblin army in a straightforward way, I don't see even a very skilled team of warriors winning the fight. Our friends up in Fornos, there are about 24 men up there right now trying to rebuild the city. If you stop by there, they live close enough that they may have some ideas on how to sneak into the mountain.
No chance of access to an army.
I do not have an army. You can kind of see what I'm working with here.
Can we take some of them?
Can we take
Honestly,
the crow?
oh, that crow's my best soldier. and you like look over and you notice that the crow is holding a tiny spear in its claw, in its talon. Yeah, it's like kill 'em all. But he says, I really can't spare any people right now as far as resources go. But perhaps if there's some sort of items you need, frankly, if we were able to repopulate Fornost and get rid of that wraith, it would be a huge benefit to our species. So I would love to help in any way I can if there's a chance of this working. And you say that you've met with a wizard who could...
Gandalf.
The wizard.
The Gandalf. Mm-hmm.
I've heard tales of him. He's very powerful. If he is going to help you fight this wraith, then I have faith. Where is he?
Yeah, he's gonna...
He's around.
He's helping us
He's
with this
around.
task. Yeah, he's helping us with this task.
Yeah.
We have his cell phone number, though.
Yes.
That's right. We have the thing, the flare thing.
It's a feather.
Oh, feathers, yeah.
He gave you a flare gun.
I mean, it's basically that.
Well,
Okay.
he is not directly with us. He's with us in spirit.
I see.
We need him.
Hopefully he's given you some sort of idea on how to kill a wraith. Ideally.
Concepts.
We have concepts of the plan.
I know. Okay.
Do you have any information on how to kill a wraith?
I might, if you were to roll a dice. Let's see.
Which dice?
If you could actually, this is going to be old lore. So if one of you wants to roll that.
Okay, I don't have that one on
this
here.
up for a second here.
I think I, as a scholar, actually might have some kind of benefit in that. I don't see it as like a skill though.
Yeah, if you don't have a separate one, then it's just the base one. So if you don't have a separate one for old lore, then it's just intelligence. You don't have intelligence?
Oh wait, yeah, I do. I'm looking at special skills.
Okay.
Intelligence, I have +3.
Yeah, yours is...
Okay. Does anyone have a bonus to the old lore?
I do, but it's not.
Oh, yeah, actually, I do. My bad.
Okay.
I didn't think I did, so I was ignoring this conversation.
Love it.
You want me to roll a check for it?
Yes, please.
And it's pretty on character.
11.
11? Okay. He's going to say, well, I've heard some tales that the wraith is the wraith of a Lady Elwyn. They say that she was the queen of some old city, but she was cursed by the ring wraiths and forced to take their shape. That's about all I've heard.
Troubling.
I feel like to be true to Tolkien, you should be presenting this information in song.
Yeah, there are. There's a few songs. I guess I guess just quietly. Don't eat right into the microphone.
Yeah, that's true. The mic.
That's a different show.
It's over there.
It's our
back in
other
the kitchen.
podcast.
Yeah.
It's over there too.
What is that called?
ASMR.
I know what ASMR is. I mean, like the food mukbang. Yeah.
What's on video?
Oh, is it video only? Okay. We'll do one of those two then.
I mean, you might be able to find some freaks that want to listen to an hour of food mouth sounds.
Yeah,
Most
I'm sure there's
definitely.
somebody.
Just
Yeah.
smacking right into the
You want
microphone.
to listen to someone eat some donkey cheese right up into the mic?
Donkey cheese
Rachel, when you were
nuggets.
looking at the donkey cheese website, did you see this? It's like
The-
this light. What is this supposed
that's
to be?
some kind of advertising, I think.
For the donkey cheese?
That's some sort of fungal infection of the skin.
Yeah, what are they saying? Donkey cheese makes your skin.
I don't read Russian, so I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either.
Put it through the translator.
Also, the brand is called Don Donkey.
I mean, that's a good name for donkey.
It says experience incomparable pleasure.
Oh. No.
That's what I was
I'm
giggling
fine.
for.
I don't think I want to.
Pamper your taste buds with the most
No.
expensive cheese in the world.
No.
All right. Did you guys want to ask for any requests from the mayor? Remember, you can roll a little bit to if you have any requests.
I mean, we could always take some more healing potions.
Yeah, that would be good.
You would want to ask for that specifically?
Yeah.
Do you think they have socialized healthcare here in Middle Earth?
I don't think they do.
Okay.
Marxists.
I was curious if they're going to make her pay to like revive her. I think they are going to.
But why would they? We saved them.
That's
You're
true.
trying to make money too.
All right, we're gonna zoom over to the clinic basically, which I think is just the healer's house or whatever, like they would be called. But so you've been like stitched up, not infected, everything. Like they've got
Thank God, no tetanus.
no tetanus on this one now. So you've been fully healed up, and they put some herbs down and everything. So you're like you've gotten some health back. You got 4 health back. So now you still have the thing is that you still have the wound. So the wound itself is going to take a week to heal.
Damn.
So if somebody were to cut into that wound or make it worse, like it would do much more damage to you, basically.
Mm-hmm.
So you like don't want people to know that you're wounded.
Don't
there.
run into commotions.
Don't run into commotions.
No.
So yeah, while you're getting stitched up by the doctor, whose name is Dr.
Plant.
Strange.
Plant, Dr. Plant says, "Oh, yeah, looks like you're gonna be okay."
He sounds like the guy from SpongeBob.
Which guy?
Yodeling.
What? Which guy is this?
The guy from
I have no idea what you're talking
I know
about.
what you're talking about.
Having a very good time. Somebody
Okay.
has to know what I'm talking
All
about.
I know
right,
what you're
yeah.
talking
You
about.
know the song.
Yeah, I know the song.
Okay. Was that a later SpongeBob?
No, it was like the first episode.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, I gotta.
We like watched it recently.
I gotta brush up.
Wait, isn't that Tiny Tim, the ukulele man?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one. Yeah.
Okay, I've forgotten this one. Okay, so anyway, he says, "Oh, I would just make sure you don't stress it out at all. Don't want to get hit there. No, sirree. Ooh, damn it."
Now he's Morty.
Yeah, that's what I was
No,
saying.
I think I turned into what the fucking
Mr. Poopy
Mr. Poopy
Butthole.
Butthole.
Yeah.
Ooh-wee. All right, looks like we're done here.
Thank God.
And we're not going to charge you since you took care of the town for us. So be on your way. Here's a peppermint. They hand you one.
Thank you.
Edgar says, "May we go, Mom? I'm very uncomfortable here."
I am too Edgar.
Yeah, he's been busy because somebody's playing this app like a xylophone. Somebody. I think it's one of the nurses.
One of the nurses. So the nurses are hitting on Edgar.
Yeah, I mean, you've been like basically half unconscious for like half an hour, so.
I feel like I've seen that movie before.
He's butlering for other people.
Are you jealous?
You know what?
Meagen,
Go off, Edgar. You're fine.
Yes.
can you ask that program of yours to make a man with 18 abs? Because I want to see what that is. And post it in the Discord.
An elf with 18 abs.
Wow, on this
I wish
episode
you rolled an
of
odd
Court of
number,
Bros
so
and
that
Bros,
would've been
Nirav
hilarious.
has a stroke and talks to himself in 20 different voices.
Like, I can do one-handed or I can do two-handed.
Yeah,
It swings both ways, yeah.
Okay.
come on, not like this.
Oh, but I think I have a shield.
Not
Okay.
wait, no, nobody fuck the axe.
This isn't a Chuck Tingle